Ladies and gentlemen, if you know what these are, you know that these are probably gonna be my new favorite boots of all time. And I'm gonna tell you why in this video. These are a super special edition, very difficult to find, and they are based on the Hypervenom Phantom 3 with Montebelluna Allegria leather. They are the Nike Hypervenom Phantom 3 GX Special Edition in firm ground. And I'm so excited to have a pair of these. I'm gonna wear these. I know they're rare. I know they're worth a lot of money, but I don't care. I am going to just make a 1-month review on these. I'll probably make a 6-month review on these and wear these until they are absolutely shredded. I'm so stoked. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing of this video and we will go from there. So really special Montebelluna 1996 box. So the Nike Air GX in 1997 was the kind of what this boot is an homage to, blending the Allegria leather with the modern technology, at the time, modern technology of the Hypervenom Phantom 3 back in 2017 or 18, I believe this boot released. And so you've got kind of this amalgamation of all of these amazing tech features. You guys know that Hypervenom Phantom 3 will always and forever be my favorite boot, obviously until something else comes out that beats it. But for me, not only does it carry nostalgia of certain periods of my playing career that I really enjoyed and have love for, but it also is one of only 2 boots on the entire market that fit my foot perfectly straight out of the box that I don't have to break in. And these have leather on top of that. And not only regular leather, the best possible leather. We'll be back because this camera's overheating. Bye. All right, so talking about the Hypervenom Phantom 3. So this is a boot that was originally, it's based off a boot that was made in 1997, and I assume because this is technically a 20th anniversary, it means this particular boot launched in 2017, I think, and I just did some research as well. So I'm fairly certain that's the case. If I'm absolutely wrong, put it down in the comment section below. But anyway, let's get into the unboxing. So you've got the Montebelluna logo. This is the same logo that shows up on the Tiempo Legend 9 made in Montebelluna as well, just on the heel area. You also get this logo on the heel area of this boot, which we'll talk about in a minute. This is a bespoke box for this boot, 9 US here, as you can see, a UK 8, 27 centimeters, blank on that side, and then you've got the Nike football logo down here in the corner. So without further ado, let's do this unboxing. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so right there, you've got Nike football, crafted with pride in Italy since 1996. That's when the Montebelluna factory actually opened. This boot, the original Air GX, Air Zoom GX, I believe it was called, was built in 1997, so a year after the factory was open in Italy. So pretty cool. And also, I love this blue color. This is one of the things that I love about this boot the most, is the color scheme and the stitching. So let's get these open. Oh my days, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Air Zoom based Hypervenom Phantom 3 GX. Holy shit. That is probably the softest leather upper I've felt, other than maybe a Mizuno product. That is crazy town. With the Hypervenom 3 base, flywire cables, the whole 9 yards. Oh my God. Okay, let's get these out of the box. Wow. Okay. Do this. We got a string bag as well. Pretty cool. So you got a Montebelluna string bag like that with the little Montebelluna logos all over it as well. And pretty straightforward from Nike, nothing super crazy, but really cool logo. I love that this logo exists and is awesome. Okay, let's get this box out of the way. Throw this over here as well. Boom. And here you go. So that is the Montebelluna Tiempo, ladies and Montebelluna Tiempo. Wow, I am just all over the place right now. This is the Hypervenom Phantom 3 Montebelluna. As I said before, that's your logo right there. So you've got the logo embroidered here in the heel area, just like the Tiempo is. So tech features of this really isn't any different from the Hypervenom Phantom 3, the regular edition of it. You still have, you can see the texturing there on the side. You still have the flywire cables that are connected that actually are the lacing system. That's one gripe that I have about the Hypervenom Phantom 3 just in general, the silo, is that these make it the boot very susceptible to cleats coming in and catching. And I've had several Hypervenom Phantom 3s actually break because these flywire cables just snap if you get a cleat or any of the studs kind of caught in that lacing system. But other than that, this boot, for me at least, is basically near perfect. And this particular model being the special edition with the introduction of a Allegria leather upper, basically, that goes over the Flyknit upper. So you still have the Flyknit base, as you can see here in the tongue area. It's still all the same from the Hypervenom Phantom 3, but then they've just added this really unbelievably plush Allegria leather over the top of it, which is pretty spectacular. All these stitches that you see and all these lines here in the upper, so you see that line here, the little curvy lines, and then of course all the different types of color is all based on that original Air Zoom GX made in 1997. So that's kind of what this is an homage to. And then of course they've added that leather piece over the embroidered Nike logo. Really nice touch here, and just a really beautiful football boot. Hyper-reactive sole plate from the Hypervenom Phantom 3. Obviously this basically just is a Hypervenom Phantom 3, so it's, in my opinion, one of the best sole plates on the market. Both this FG variation and the AG variation of this boot were absolutely spectacular. They both offered a really nice amount of flexibility and snapback, while also being rigid through this midfoot and allowing really nice rotational energy as well. One of my favorite reasons, one of my reasons for why this is my favorite sole plate of all time, or at least one of them, is because you've got the addition of the aggressive traction here on the lateral side. So especially for pivoting back and forth, making any sort of forward movement, you've got the ability to do that with this more aggressive chevron studs here on the lateral side. And then on the medial side, you've got these, they're basically conical studs, but they're hexagonal in shape, and they act as a really nice ability to pivot this way. So once you stick your foot in, you can always just pivot around and around. So that's something that I really enjoy. But these are possibly my grail boots. I believe this is probably one of the boots that I will try and get one more pair of. They're really hard to find. They're super rare, and they're really hard to find without being worn. I don't know if you guys can tell, but these boots have just a tiny bit of scuff marks on the studs and on the sole plate. My guess is these have been worn one time, maybe two times. The person who I got them from said that they were worn like once in on feet on a pitch, no really training or anything, but it is very difficult to get a pair of boots like this brand new. And if they are brand new, they're in the thousands of dollars. That's just the way it is with this particular model. The same can be said for any of the Totti Tiempos, the Ronaldinho Tiempos, that are all really, really high quality special edition made in Montebelluna. Any of those boots are going to be super, super expensive. We'll see actually the Montebelluna Tiempo. I'm not sure if those are going to kind of reach that height just because they're kind of an interesting amalgamation of a bunch of stuff. But these for sure, because of not only the lore and the history of the Hypervenom Phantom 3 from 2017 and 18, and why those boots in particular were so popular, but with the addition of the Allegria leather, the history with the GX in 1997, all that stuff makes this boot basically one of the, not necessarily the rarest boots on the market, but it's one of the most special and sought after boots on the market. And it is a boot that I cannot wait to train in. Here's a little sneak peek. You guys will see. I'm not going to give you the actual footage of the session, but Michael also has a pair of these, so he and I will be doing another matching training session. I'm very excited for that one, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be lots of good drills, so pay attention to the drills, but also the crispy ASMR you'll get from these boots as well. But this is a boot that I just am so excited about having in my collection. I'm going to wear these. You guys, I really, it doesn't matter to me that these are so rare. I want to wear these. I want to enjoy these. They're beautiful. They're leather with the Flyknit, so it's all the best of both worlds. They're really light still. They're about as light as the regular Hypervenom Phantom 3, and they are the low tops, which in my opinion is just absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad they did that with the low tops and not the high tops. Let's get these on feet, on the pitch, see how these look on with a kit on and everything, and I'm so excited to try these on. And I've never actually tried this particular pair on. I imagine it's going to be very similar, but it's probably just going to be a little bit softer because of this leather. So let's hop into it. All right, fam, this is probably one of the most excited I've been about a pair of boots because I know how the regular Hypervenom Phantom 3 feels, and I cannot wait to try these on with touch on the ball and the leather and just absolute glorious, just build quality, the suppleness of the leather. These boots are like genuinely GOAT status. These might be the greatest boots of all time, period. Let's find out. Here we go. So I've got these unlaced. There you go. Unbelievable. They look absolutely amazing. I'm wearing a pair of non-grip socks just for the sake of this review. So if you guys do want 10% off non-grip socks or the grip socks, which are also really good, first link in the description from Zypher. So thank you to those guys. And jumping straight into them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! Yep. Oh my days. I'm genuinely at a loss for words. They are absolutely unbelievable. I think these might be the GOATs. They fit my foot perfectly lengthwise, perfectly widthwise. Flywire cables give an amazing amount of lockdown. Wow. So as of the filming of this video, I have a trial in 4 days, 5 days. These might be the boots that I decide to wear. Foot slides right in. They're a tiny bit bulkier. I can feel it especially in this instep here. Tiny bit bulkier than the regular Hypervenom 3s, but that's to be expected with the addition of the Allegria leather. So that's sort of what you expect when you throw a piece of premium leather over a knit. It's gonna feel a little bit more bulky, a little bit more dense, if you will. We'll get these shoes out of the way, and there you go. Oh my God, these feel good. I think these are genuinely some of the best football boots I've ever had on my feet. These might be the GOAT. These might be the GOAT. I am a big fan of leather boots. I do really like leather. I like thinner leather though. So for somebody like me who is into that, if you're somebody who likes a thinner leather boot and you like the performance benefits of Flywire and knit, this boot might be for you, and also the greatest boot of all time. Sole plate feels amazing, very responsive. Wow. Okay, here we go on feet, and these are like, so I guess it's hard to say when you first slide your foot in a pair of football boots. I can usually tell whether they're gonna be good or not based on, okay, I'm getting a tiny little hot spot on the outside, tiny little hot spot on the toe area, but I think they'll break in given the materials of the upper and all that stuff. My foot feels like I could jump into a game right now and I would not have an issue. Part of that is because Hypervenom Phantom 3, the shape of that boot for whatever reason is like the shape of my foot. It's perfect. It fits every time. I have had zero issues with the high collar or the low top. Obviously I prefer the low top. These are like next level because they have a little bit of extra padding to them, and touch on the ball is unbelievable. It's so soft. It's so, like, it is 1-to-1, even though it's a little bit thicker than a speed boot, but they feel so nice. There's just that excellent quality Italian leather feel to them, but they're also lightweight and the shape and aggression of the Hypervenom Phantom 3. It's like the perfect storm of, yeah, wow. They feel so good. Like, manipulating the ball, touch on the ball, they're so nice. I don't know what else to say. Like, I genuinely don't know how else to give you guys a perception of what these actually feel like on feet. It's like the softest knit material, right? You guys know most knit material, most fly knit is pretty much the same. It's like the softness of Hypervenom Phantom 3 / Vapor 13, whichever one you like. They're kind of similar in that way, as far as like softness. But then you've got this amazing quality leather upper over it, which just gives, it feels like you've got the rawness of the Hypervenom Phantom 3, and then you've got this like really nice solid hug around your foot from the leather. Like that's really what it feels like. It just feels like the leather is just kind of holding you in, like, I got you, we're here, we're gonna ball out, we're gonna do some big shit, you know? These are so cool. And I love how they look. Black and blue boots, every time. Mwah. Absolutely sensational. If you can find a pair and you don't know your size in Hypervenom Phantom 3, which would probably be pretty surprising because I think most people tried on Hypervenom Phantom 3s. It seems like, because they are one of the most popular boots that Nike ever made. So if you haven't tried on Hypervenom Phantom 3, they fit true to size, like exactly true to size from US sizing. So if you're say a 10 US or like me, a 9 US, these are an 8 UK and they fit absolutely perfectly. This is the same size that I get in my normal Hypervenom Phantom 3s, and they're excellent. They're so comfortable and they just look sensational. I love the homage to the 1997 GX. I think it looks fantastic. It's a retro, but also a new age design. You have on feet, they look fantastic. And I remember seeing them back in 2017 on feet of some of the Hypervenom players and just being like, oh my God, I want those boots, but could never find a pair. And lo and behold, here we are. So amazing what some patience and hard work will do for you, I guess. But yeah, I will be wearing the hell out of these. You will see a 1 month review on these. I will be training in these. I will probably play professional games in these if I can, because these genuinely are sensational and I am so stoked to get a pair. If you guys are interested in more kind of rare boot content, boots that maybe aren't as available to most people, or they're from a couple years ago that were super limited releases, let me know down in the comments below what the next rare boot you want me to review is. That's maybe what we'll do in these boots. Is I want you guys to go down in the comment section below and let me know which other rare boots you want me to review, and I'll do my best to find a pair. It's usually a hunt and gather type situation where I really have to like work to find pairs in my size that are new enough that they're worth reviewing. These obviously have only been worn one time, and it was like a situation like this where it was just either reviewed or tried on or whatever. There's like 0 scuff marks on them and they're brand new. So comment down below, like this video if you got value from it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. As always, be awesome, take care. I'll see you in the next video.